All right, man, let me talk to y'all right quick. Let me plug the joint. Never, and I mean never, compromise your self respect for sex. Let me say that shit again. Never compromise your self respect for sex. A lot of men do this. Some of them, maybe they're okay with it. Other men, they don't even realize that they are compromising their masculinity for a nut. Let me say this real quick. On my old channel, right? And rest in peace to that channel, to the KZAG and 20 channel. I had over 1,200 videos, probably almost 1,300 videos. Look, I need y'all to understand the astronomical numbers. I had almost 1,300 videos, audios, live streams, and pre-recorded joints like this one. Right? If you look at this channel, I have not even 300 yet. I don't believe it's 300 just yet. I had 4 times as much on that channel. Regardless of that, on that channel, I did a video and I talked about my aversion to makeup sex, right? I'm going to kind of jump around because I want to cover a lot of bullet points with this. I'm not a fan of makeup sex, not at all, okay? And the primary reason why I'm not a fan of makeup sex, because usually makeup sex involves a situation where there was a disagreement between you and your woman, oftentimes a heated one, where there has been no apology. There has been no meeting of the minds as to the issue at hand. There has been, when it comes to the woman doing and or saying things that you feel are disrespectful, in many cases, she wasn't contrite. She wasn't apologetic, right? There was no changing of behavior. There was no modification of behavior that occurred, but yet you fucking her again. So usually it's just a matter of, oh, a day or 2 or 3 has passed. And you guys are kind of not talking, or, both of you got little attitudes with each other. And out of seeing her half naked, or maybe you go to bed and she rub her ass up against you, y'all just end up fucking. Y'all know what makeup sex is. I ain't got to break it down to y'all. The reason why I got a problem with it, because it undermines your authority as a man. Let me say that shit again. In my earnest opinion, makeup sex undermines your authority as a man within a relationship. And the reason why, because it takes the bite out of your bark. Meaning, if your woman does and or says something that rubs you the wrong way, or you feel it might be disrespectful, and you getting at her, you talking to her about it, you kind of trying to chastise her about her behavior, but yet all it leads to is a verbal confrontation, but nothing gets resolved, and you end up fucking her after that, right? All you end up being is a toothless German Shepherd in your relationship. I told y'all, right, of times when basically I wasn't letting the chick get no dick. You know what I'm saying? Y'all remember that little skit that Desi Banks did? No dick, no dick, right? Like I was really about that action, right? Well, I still am. I don't want to say really like it's past tense, but I had to institute that where, like, I'm not fucking you, right? And I've literally been awakened in the middle of the night with, my Johnson, you know what I'm saying, being toyed with, you know what I'm saying? And the woman I was with at the time trying to remove my Johnson from my drawers. And I literally told her, unhand me. Unhand me. That's the exact word I use. Unhand me. Put my shit back. And I'm literally looking at her, put it back. Put it back. Right? And she sliding it back in the drawers. Like, put my shit back. You can't have that. And I remember one babe telling me, just let me get on it real quick. And then you can go back to being mad at me. This is exactly what she told me. Let me get on it real quick, and then you can go back to being mad at me. And I remember telling her, I said, yo, you think this shit is a game? I said, you don't fuck around and make this a permanent situation where you can never get this motherfucker again. And then she ended up sitting down. We had a brief discussion, and then she was apologetic. And then she asked me, can she get it? And I'm like, no, tomorrow. I'm going to need you to sit with what we just talked about for another 24 hours. And if we good after that, yeah, you can hop on it then. Never compromise your self-respect for sex. Yo, man, I'm dead serious when it comes to this shit. Right? I don't think guys understand the power of them. Now, if you are an average lover, a subpar lover, and you don't really do it for your woman or a woman like that, then, you know, it is what it is. It is what it is, right? Never compromise your self-respect for sex. I'm going to read y'all something. What does the word compromise mean? Now, again, for those of you who really rock with me, especially on my old joint, I abhor the word compromise. I cannot stand the word compromise. Just like a lot of women don't like the word submissive, I cannot stand the word compromise. I don't like it. I'm not with it at all. Compromise essentially means accept standards that are lower than is desirable. Okay, let me just post it here. I want y'all to see this shit. I want people to understand how sincere and how serious I am with this shit. I do not play. You know what I'm saying? This manhood shit is serious. Compromise. Accept standards that are lower than is desirable. I hear people all the time say, when it comes to having a working or a good relationship, you got to compromise. No, you don't. Why would I accept standards that are below my standards? Why would I accept 50% of something when I'm used to getting 100% of it? Why would I do that? Why would I compromise my self-respect for vagina? For a nut? Why would I do that? Never compromise your self-respect for sex. You guys, when you lie to women for sex, you're compromising your masculinity for it. You guys who beg women and you try to convince women to have sex with you, you're compromising your self-respect and your masculinity. Now, let me say this. In order to compromise your self-respect, you have to have some respect about yourself. A lot of guys walking around don't respect themselves at all. Right? Let me speak on dignity. Let me tell you what dignity means. Okay, real quick. Let me just post this joint up there. Right? Because a lot of guys don't understand even this. The state or quality of being worthy of honor or respect. You can't be no man without no honor. You can't be no man without respect. Self-respect. You can't really concern yourself too much with whether or not other people respect you if you don't first respect yourself. But I'm going to tell you right now, the minute a woman realizes you can be controlled with sex, that she can move you from point A to point B, that she can impact your mood with sex, that she can make you happy with sex, or that she can make you feel some type of way, she can get you to be in your feelings because she won't give you sex. Once a woman realizes she can impact your demeanor, your disposition with sex, bro, it's over. She won't respect you. Even if it's not a conscious decision, subconsciously, women do not respect men that can be controlled with pussy. And it's funny, right? It's funny because you'll have women that will get mad at men. Oh, man, these men are thirsty. You know, they want sex right away. You know, I'm not that type of girl. If a man really respected me, he would wait I want y'all to understand the psychology behind women even saying that. If he respected me, he would wait until I'm ready. So she is asking you to compromise your self-respect in lieu of respecting her. Because she's controlling you with sex. Anytime a woman, I don't give a fuck if she's a virgin and she wants to wait for marriage. Anytime a woman can control you with sex, she's asking you to compromise yourself. She's saying, if you want me bad enough, you will wait for this. Basically, what she is doing is she is pedestalizing herself. She is pedestalizing access to her sexually. And she wants you to co-sign that shit. Never compromise your self-respect for sex. Dignity, the state or quality of being worthy of honor or respect. Look, if you have a woman who not only wants you to basically allow her to dictate the sex, but she don't want you to fuck nobody else in the process, do y'all not understanding that you're compromising? Again, what is compromising? Accept standards that are lower than the desirable. If you have a healthy, active sex life as a man, and a woman basically wants you to put the kibosh on that, she wants you to basically keep your dick in your pants and date me only. Like, y'all remember, I did the video and I was using the audios that Unique 79 sent me, and the woman was telling him, if you want to have sex with me, you got to only be with me exclusively. That you can only be seeing me. So basically she's saying, I want to control your sex life. I want you to compromise what it is you normally are used to. Whatever standard you have for your sex life, I want you to compromise it for me. Guys, never compromise your self-respect for sex. Again, when you lie to women, when you try to pretend like you like them more than what you do, you're compromising your self-respect for sex. When women do shit that ain't cool, like flaking on a date, ignoring your text, and you're still trying to fuck them, you're compromising your self-respect for sex. I got clients that do this shit. And one in particular, I talked to you recently. You know who you are. You stay doing that. I stay on him about that. He stay compromising himself, but he don't really look at it that way. A lot of guys really don't look at it that way. And what it is a lot of you guys, you're dealing with women, and either you want to have sex with them really bad, so you'll end up compromising yourself just to be in position to have sex. Or for you guys that are having sex with women, you'll compromise your self-respect so you can keep access to that woman sexually. So you can maintain access to that woman sexually. Never compromise your self-respect for sex. Anytime you lie to women, anytime you mislead women, that's what you're doing. It ain't worth it. Look, let me tell you something. I'm so egotistical. Now, I have a healthy ego. I know when to keep my ego in check, and I know when to flex it, right? I'm so egotistical. I don't want to have sex with any woman if she don't know 100% what I'm about and what it is her role is in my life. I want her to know exactly what's going on. I want a woman to submit her body to me. I want a woman to consent to the 100% unadulterated truth of exactly what it is she can expect to get when dealing with me. So if I'm dealing with a woman and all I want is sex, or all I'm looking for at that moment is a fuck buddy or a sexual relationship, I want her to know beyond any shadow of a doubt, this is all you're going to be to me. And you're going to like it. You're going to love it. You're going to love your position. You're going to relish the role of being my lover. Even if you want more than that, you're going to relish. You're going to relish the feeling of being with me in that way. And I'm going to tell you the truth about what the fuck you are to me. And not only that, but I'm going to show you with my actions that you're just my fuck buddy. You're my sexual relationship partner. That's what you are, right? And you're gonna love it, right? And I'm so egotistical. I want women to know it, and I want to look them in their eye, and I can still see the gleam in their eye that they just are happy and thrilled, right? I'm egotistical in that regard, like that, right? The rest of you dudes, you know, you want a lot. Well, not all y'all, but some of y'all want a lot of these women. Y'all want to make these women feel like they have the potential to be your next girlfriend, or that you're potentially gonna date them. And let me just say this about women that have been in a fuck buddy role. Okay, I've gotten into long-term relationships, even marriage, with women that started off as a fuck buddy. But over an extended period of time, I saw the value in them beyond just sex. But they made a concerted effort to show me the value in them beyond just sex. And some women will say, well, that's why you should wait to see. No, baby girl. We still gonna be fucking. You're gonna do what we call a workaround. You're gonna work around the fact that you a fuck buddy, and then you can show me your value beyond sex while you getting sex down. That's how we gonna do that there. Never compromise your self-respect for sex. Stop lying to these women. When you're dealing with women and they're flaking on dates and you're texting them specific instructions and they're bypassing that and they ignoring that shit, and you trying to set up dates and shit, and they're trying to tell you, oh, I don't want to do that, let's do this. Anytime you acquiesce or capitulate to a woman and you do what she wants you to do, but you don't really want to do it, you're really just doing it because you want to keep things good and kosher with her so you can get to the sex. Guess what you have done in those instances? You have compromised your self-respect for sex. You might not look at it that way, but that's exactly what you did. And for all those guys that be going out on dates and shit, right? They be going out on dates, and then when the tab come and they don't want to pay because the chick don't want to fuck, you compromise your dignity. You compromise your dignity for sex. The state or quality of being worthy of honor or respect. A woman ain't gonna respect you when you conduct yourself in that manner. It's not an honorable thing to do to invite a woman out on a date where there's an expectation that you're gonna pay, only to say, I'm not paying for your shit because you won't fuck me. And not only did you compromise your self-respect for sex, but you compromise your dignity as a man. You compromise your masculinity for a nut. In many cases, for a nut, you never gonna get. I'm out.